The story of Brian Barnes. Trust yourself and walk out of your current dilemma.
Brian Barnes was a young and ambitious inventor who deeply admired Thomas Edison. Fascinated by Edison's numerous contributions to science and technology, Brian dreamed of one day meeting the legendary inventor. After years of studying electrical engineering and tinkering in his small workshop, he finally gathered the courage to write to Edison, expressing his admiration and desire to learn from him. To his astonishment, Edison's secretary responded, inviting him to visit Edison's laboratory in West Orange, New Jersey. Excited and nervous, Brian made the journey, arriving at the sprawling complex where some of the greatest inventions of the era were being developed. As he stepped into the laboratory, he was overwhelmed by the sight of countless experiments in progress, shelves filled with strange contraptions, and workers deeply engrossed in their tasks. A few moments later, Thomas Edison himself entered the room, a man of average height but with an undeniable presence. With a warm but curious look, Edison greeted Brian and asked, "So, young man, what brings you here?" Brian nervously explained that he had been working on a new type of filament for electric light bulbs, one that he believed could last much longer than existing ones. Edison listened patiently, then led Brian to a workbench where he encouraged him to demonstrate his idea. As Brian set up his materials, Edison observed keenly, occasionally asking questions. After several tests, the results were promising but not yet revolutionary. Edison, instead of dismissing Brian's efforts, offered constructive criticism and even suggested a few modifications. Over the next few hours, Edison shared stories of his struggles and failures, emphasizing that persistence was the key to success. He recounted how he had tested thousands of materials before finding the right filament for his light bulb. Brian absorbed every word, realizing that even the greatest inventors had faced setbacks. Edison encouraged Brian to refine his design and return once he had made improvements. It was a lesson in resilience that Brian would never forget. Before Brian left, Edison took him on a brief tour of his research facility, showing him ongoing experiments in phonographs, batteries, and motion pictures. The experience was overwhelming, but it fueled Brian's determination to continue his own work. As he shook hands with Edison before departing, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. The visit had not only given him technical insights but also instilled in him the belief that persistence and hard work would lead to success. Brian returned home inspired and spent the next few years perfecting his filament design. Eventually, he developed a breakthrough that extended the lifespan of light bulbs significantly, earning him recognition in the scientific community. Though he never became as famous as Edison, Brian's contribution improved lighting technology and stood as a testament to the encouragement he had received from his hero. The day he met Thomas Edison remained the most defining moment of his career, a reminder that great minds thrive not just on intelligence, but on relentless perseverance.
Thank you guys for watching.